Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirit. Welcome home. This reading today is about what you will be celebrating very soon, what you can be excited about. We are arriving at the new year, so this is about this coming new cycle, but this is a timeless reading. So if you're watching this after New Year, this is just about what you are what you can be excited about and what you are celebrating very soon. So for the first pile, we have Aquarius, Leo, Aries, and Libra. Your card is Artemis, the goddess Artemis. For the second pile, we have Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and Virgo. Your card is the 17th moon mansion with the sword. For the third pile, we have Gemini, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Taurus. Your card is the goddess Venus. Okay, I will give you a moment for you to choose your pile using the cards, the zodiac signs, or just your intuition. I will see you in your reading. Pile number 1, your card is Artemis, and I think that this is pointing to an elegant, sophisticated, ingenious solution to something, to being cunning instead of being impetuous or having some sort of knee-jerk reaction to something. Okay, so we'll get more cards to see what this means. It's interesting that Artemis is also the goddess who is on the back of the cards of the deck. So, this might be bigger than you think. Something is bigger than you think. Is that all? Guess so. So we have the black moon in air and dormant stage, and the keyword is revision. Right. And there you go, the impulsive. So this is the waxing crescent moon, increasing in fire, sprout stage, and the keyword is impulse. Some kind of impulse that needs to be controlled or understood. Or this is what you will be achieving. Like you will be understanding something deeply. And because it's so pervasive in your life, it's something that happens all the time. This has something to do with something that happens all the time, or that happens every single day. It's pretty big. So something that you see every day or something that you do every day. Okay, what else do we have for pile number 1? What will they be celebrating very soon? What can they be excited about? False person. Gaining a lot of money. And hope. Big water. Okay, interesting. I feel like you're kind of winning against the house here. You're winning against all odds or winning against the house. Something that you do every day. Is it some kind of habit that you're overcoming, maybe? Some kind of impulse? You find a sophisticated, ingenious solution to something. Okay. So we have to clarify what it is and how you're going to do it. Mars in Pisces with escape. So yeah, you escape a loop. You escape some kind of cycle. Like, it is a daily thing. It's something, impulsiveness again. It's something that you do without thinking. It's something that you just, it's a habit. It's an impulse. It's a compulsion. Mars in Aries. A compulsion that you control, that you can harness that energy for yourself, for your purposes, for what gives you hope and what you really love doing. You stop doing something that you don't like doing, but that you just do, and you don't understand why. But I think you will understand why. That's the point here. So Venus in Virgo, you understand why it happens. This is discrimination, sorry. So Jupiter in Aries with enterprise, can do something with it. Ingenious solution. Mercury in Taurus with resistance, right? It's something that's very resistant. It's something that's like a habit daily. Taurus is really about habits, very stuck patterns. And because it's Mercury and you also have Jupiter here, I think that this has something to do with, okay, I have an idea, but I want to confirm first. Okay. Venus in Capricorn with convention. That's another thing. Okay. So let me just get you a rune to clarify this impulse. Oh, we have two. Okay, so okay, we have the Tiwaz rune. Leadership, courage. And we have the Othala rune. I think that you will get something. You will win against the house. And you will like win something that then gives you the power and the courage to face some kind of habit or compulsion. I'm even thinking, like, for some of you that this might have something to do with gambling addiction or some kind of addiction like that, even if it's just like social media or scrolling or something like that, or a game, like a specific game. And it might not be you. It might be that you are helping someone else with that, break a pattern. And I think that it happens because you find something like a new resource. You find something, you discover a way, an ingenious way to release yourself from this. Because you do something with it. You change the energy because you redirect it. It's ingenious. It's you don't face it head on, you kind of wiggle your way out of this, and then the energy starts flowing and you can use it again in another way. It's a redirecting. It seems like it's kind of a mind game here. It's kind of a mind game. But at the same time, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot to get here. So I feel like that's one of the things that you'll be celebrating, like you've done so much to get to this point, and you're progressing, or this person is also showing signs of progress. So you are progressing together, like you see the evolution, and then you can start working with what you have. Finally, you can use the energy for creative purposes instead of this repetition or this habit. It seems like such a practical thing that's going to happen after this pattern is broken. And it also seems like it's really soon, like it's going to happen pretty fast. So I think I'll get it. I'll even get timing. Like timing seems important here somehow. Okay. These two cards. King of Pentacles. The Tower. King of Swords. It's like there's this wisdom that comes and changes the game. It changes everything. It breaks the pattern. It turns the habit into energy. It's like you're turning a habit into energy, into power. It's like I see ways of doing things. I see how I can use this creatively. Now I can do whatever. It feels like you're going to be acting upon it. You're going to do something with it. Ace of Cups. Doing something that you really love. Seven of Swords. Sorry about the focus. This Seven of Swords is really interesting because it seems more like a negotiation. And usually the Seven of Swords is a bit different. And the Three of Wands. I think that you're getting more leverage in a situation, like an interaction or a negotiation, a conversation with someone. Because now I don't see this just as you just facing your own habits and your own rigidity, let's say. I feel like you're winning against a system. You're getting the courage and facing it, but it's not, you're not facing it on its own terms. You are creating the most beneficial conditions so that you can win against the house. You win against all odds. So it is surprising to that structure that you're not playing the game, you're not using the same rules, the same book, let's say. You are escaping It's a bit of a cliche, but it's kind of escaping a matrix and creating your own rules so that you get leverage in a negotiation. It's like, if I don't get it here, I'm going to find it somewhere else, and I have the power to change and to move. I don't need to be stuck in this pattern. I can escape it, and I can come back, and when I come back, I will have a completely different set of rules to work with. I'm not going to be the same person, and I'm not going to be in the same position at all, because I'm not subject to the pattern. You break a pattern, and it almost feels like breaking an addiction. 8 of Wands. It's fast. Maybe it's already happening. Maybe you're in between these two, and you see it already, like you can see something in the horizon. It's changing. Yeah. 2 of Pentacles and the Empress. I feel like something is done already. Something is already being done. You can see it in the horizon already. You see it in the landscape. You see the changes. You can almost feel it in your body. So maybe you already feel something different in your body, if it is something to do with your health and habits. And there's so much more. There's so much more that's coming, and there's so much more to celebrate, because then you'll be doing something with that energy. And that's the best reason to celebrate that I see here. 8 of Cups. Moving on and releasing yourself from a lot of weight, or from something. Releasing yourself from something that other people were expecting of you, but that you realize that it didn't work. It wasn't working. The Magician. You're creating something for yourself, completely different, but it changes the rules of interaction with an institution, with a company, with a group of people. It can be a family. It's a system. It seems like it's a system. It can also be a system, just a system that you're fighting against, or that you're trying to change. I see you negotiating, but you will be celebrating the fact that you're getting much more, you're getting leverage. You're getting to a powerful place where you can create the rules together. Wheel of Fortune. And you're also helped by the fact that something is changing around you that you might already be aware, because I feel like you're very intuitive. You're very pragmatic, but also very intuitive, in a sense that you don't really know why, but you just kind of you gravitate to the right place at the right time. There's this kind of lucky streak that I'm feeling here, like winning against the house, winning against all odds. In the 2 of Wands. Okay. Okay, so I get something very interesting, which is that instead of playing the game and trying to solve something by force or just by resisting, you will be taking a step back and creating your own rules, so that you have options, and so that you get your free will back, because you're not playing that game anymore. You are changing the rules of the game. And you are not changing the rules of the game alone, because something is changing the rules of the game. The game itself is changing. So you are cleverly adapting to this, anticipating something. even if it's just intuitively, even if it's just not, it's not a rational thing that you can explain. So you're achieving this flow here with the situation when you can just be at the right place at the right time with your feeling and your intuition. And because of that, you get options and you get free will and you get to choose where you go next. And I feel like that's the whole point. And the whole point is also to continue negotiating, continue the interaction with whatever this is. If it is a relationship, if it's a job, if it's an institution that you're working with, something that is kind of a system. It feels like a system. It's not just one person. It's kind of impersonal in a way. So you will continue to negotiate and you'll continue to have a presence, you'll continue to have a voice, but you will be much freer and much more useful in general and efficient and purposeful. And you will also be able to do something, because I feel like maybe before you couldn't really do what you wanted, or you weren't able to do much of anything. It seemed like you really wanted to push things forward, but it just wasn't moving, it wouldn't budge. And you will be now in a place where you can change the system itself. You will change the patterns, you can change the way it works, and it will benefit everyone. So it seems like you're also doing a great service to others. You're being very brave and you're being a leader. You're pushing something for others. You're pushing forward so that others can also benefit from this. And I feel like this changes because you get some sort of distance and you get, I would say, a sort of a gift or a present from spirit, from this fortuitous thing, like being at the right place at the right time. It feels very lucky. You will get an information or a blessing that will also help you continue. It will help you continue the energy. You get something. It's like you inherit something that you can also leave to others, but it's a kind of, how can I say this? It belongs to everyone in a sense. You get it, but you know it belongs to everyone. It only makes sense if you share with everyone. If it's not something that you can cling to, although it can give you a lot of abundance and a lot of different blessings, even in the material sense, I feel like it only makes sense and it only continues to exist or to make sense, to have purpose, if you then create something with it that can stay, that can serve others. Very interesting. I'm so curious about what this is. It seems like it's very innovative in a sense, because it seems like it's just adapting to the changing times and adapting to the world that is changing. It seems very intelligent and smart way to get to a solution to something, and to also provide something for others. Beautiful. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would also like to invite you to check out the memberships, and I'm also available for personal readings at the moment. You can find my email in the description. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 2, your card is the 17th Moon Mansion with the sword. And this is about you celebrating winning in a legal battle, or ending some sort of injustice. You're defending something that that is really important to you. So I feel like this is about celebrating a big win in that regard. It's a very powerful card. It's a great defeat of evil. It's not only that you win, but it's also the defeat of evil that's very relevant here. Injustice is evil. It's a very powerful one, injustice. It's very, very destructive to the human spirit. So, okay, let's get you also some of, okay. Do you have anything else for pile number 2? Guess not. Okay, so Black Moon in Air, dormant stage with revision again. So this also came out in pile number 1, so you might want to consider it. And this is the waning crescent moon, decreasing in water, seed stage with disillusionment. Right. Okay. And then we have a little child, work, occupation, and main person. So because your main person is in the front, I would say that this has to do with the past. It has to do with some kind of disillusionment in the past, injustice maybe. Like you weren't really achieving the justice that you deserved, and it's going to be revised. It's going back. Something is going back, and the eyes are going to search something in the past, the evil that was done in the past. Maybe even when you were a little child here. It has something to do with your work, with what you do, or what you are doing, what you're working on. Even if it's in yourself, it can be, but I feel like it's more like career or work or your job. So, okay. So what else do we have for pile number 2? Okay, it's a lot of cards. It's a lot of cards. So Moon in Cancer with friendship. Moon in Taurus with exaltation. Mercury in Aquarius with originality. Moon in Aries with protection. Let's see if I can fit all the cards here. And the Sun in Capricorn with achievement. Moon in Leo with appreciation. Mars in Capricorn with authority. And Jupiter in Scorpio with manipulation. Right. It's like it's a long story. It seems like it's a long story. And I feel like you're going to be a part of a dynamic of relationships, like different relationships interacting, different people, different interest groups interacting, and each one of them has some kind of they have their own interests. They're defending their own interests. They're protecting something. But I feel like you'll be celebrating this because you will know their game, and you will also use that game against the people who are keeping you from justice. They're keeping secrets from you. They know how special they know how special you are, or what you are doing is your work, and they don't want you to have something. They don't want you to have power over that, over the results of your work. There might be a relationship with someone that you consider a friend that might not be exactly true or as faithful as you think. Okay. It's a long story. 8 of spirals. So the speed is also going to be part of the victory. So things are going to accelerate. They're going to speed up. 8 of scrolls. This is the 8 of swords. Golden flower with temperance. Okay. So you see through some kind of confusion. It's you. So actually, I do think that you're going to interact with a lot of people, but you are the one who gets to see through the confusion. I guess that some people might not be as helpful as you think. I guess that you are the most important piece of the puzzle here. You have more power in your hands than you realize. 4 of mirrors. Yeah, I don't think you see yet how powerful you are. What you have in your hand. 2 of mirrors. Okay, so I guess that there's also something else here. You might be overlooking a relationship, a connection with someone. You might be overlooking it, and it's keeping you stuck. It's holding you back. Okay, let's get more, because I feel like there's a lot. It's just a lot. The Watcher, Queen of Mirrors, and 7 of Scrolls, or 7 of Swords. And the Queen of Mirrors, the Queen of Cups. So the mirrors are the cups. 4 of Cups, 2 of Cups, and the spirals are the wands. So Nine of spirals, or 9 of wands. Okay, so I think you'll find someone else in your vicinity that's going to help you that you're not considering at the moment. Somehow they were unable to, something was healing until they were able to help you. Something was healing, and now I feel like they can keep watch. They can keep watch. Because 9 of wands, or 9 of spirals, is also keeping watch. And the Watcher, they have been watching from a distance. Someone who has been watching from a distance. They might not know that they're useful to you, that they can interact with you, or that you need their help. They don't know. Somebody doesn't know. Watching from a distance, but not really understanding or knowing. We have Hern the Hunter, the Chariot. The Healer with the Page of Mirrors. The Poet, King of Scrolls. Just one last. And the 10 of Spirals. 10 of Wands. So I think that there are a lot of people involved here. And that in order for you to achieve what you want, you need to go through a lot of people. It will speed up the process if you speak to a lot of people. I also see you solving something very important, imagine solving something like a legal matter, but in a very social, relaxed setting. I see a moment here also. A moment in time when you're going to interact with people in a sequence. There's a sequence of events, like I speak to one person after another and the other after the other, and you get to this amalgamation of energy, of information, of energy, of it's the way you send it out into the world, and it changes a connection. It's like how do you say that? Not refraction. It's like it ricochets. So it's as if there's this one person that you need to talk to, but before you get to that person, you need to talk to a lot of different people so that it kind of the energy ricochets back to them. And then when you speak to them again, or when you finally get to the point when you speak with them, the conversation will be smoother, different. It will get to the point, and it will be more relaxed also. And I feel like I'm talking about someone that you already know who they are. I feel like it's this person here, the Watcher, the Queen of Cups, Queen of Mirrors. It has a feminine energy. It can be a woman. It's possible. Not necessarily, but I feel like it's someone who is artistically inclined or very sensitive, it has someone who is soft. This is someone who is soft. It's not, you're not going to be afraid to talk to this person. I just don't think that you realize that they have what you need. They don't even realize that they have what you need. That's also possible. There's this disconnect. So it's like you need to keep the ball rolling, and you need to talk to a lot of people so that it ricochets back to this person. There's also another aspect of this reading that I really want to emphasize, and it's the fact that there's there's this influence along the way that's kind of like a person who is clairvoyant or is some kind of intuitive. Um, it can be you. So either you're developing those skills for yourself and you've been using them, and I feel like they're massively like center stage here. They're really a big part of this process that I was overlooking because I was too focused on just the legal thing or the justice theme. But I feel like it's so much more than that. And so for yourself, it might have something to do with the development of your psychic skills, clairvoyance, clairaudience, some kind of sensitivity and the use of it, or you are interacting with someone who is very, very helpful and is quite central to this situation, and or it's the way you speak to this person that's really on that spiritual level, like you can talk to them about those subjects, and it can unlock something if you do that. Maybe this person doesn't realize how open you are to those areas of life and to those experiences. And I feel like something very specific, like you have a conversation and something very specific comes up that opens the spectrum, it widens the spectrum of the conversation, and it becomes much more to the point. And I feel like this relationship dynamic, this conversation is really meaningful so that justice is done. So there's kind of a spiritual dimension here also to the justice thing, to the more mundane, pragmatic, down to earth situation. So what is happening in the material realm, and I feel like you shouldn't waste time with this person, like talking with this person. Don't waste time. Just be open-hearted, like open yourself up to this person. And this is someone who makes you feel safe and makes you feel comfortable with this. It's not, don't go around and just experiment. I feel like, if you know who this person is, then that's the right person. It's your intuition also working here. If you have any doubts, then that might not be the right person. But I feel like you're turning something like a relationship that you were overlooking into a central part of your life. And that also helps you change this injustice. And it's someone that you love and that loves you back. So this is not about relationships that are not working, that have a lot of negativity attached to them. That's not it. I don't see like a lot of baggage, in a sense, like having a lot of past hurts with this person. It feels quite fresh and light. It just feels like something that you're discovering. It's a person who feels like they're very healing and soothing. And they will help you with this. They will help you fine-tune something. Fine-tune what you say, what your words, how you put your words, how you write them, how you communicate them with the people who are making the decisions. And you're going to be able to have the correct recipe to address this injustice, and you will be celebrating the transformation, the transmutation of a lot of past energy that was stuck because of this injustice. It's in the past. I see that energy in the past. And also, this celebration is going to be very soon because I feel like a lot has been done. You have worked for this all your life, really. It all makes sense. It all clicks. It all comes together. It's not something that is unnatural or uncomfortable or strange or completely new. It speeds up because you have many conversations that lead you back to this one person that can be this watcher, that can be this intuitive person, or this intuitive person is on the outside, more on the outskirts of the situation, observing and helping you get to the point where you say, okay, that's enough of that. I want to change this. This can't go on any longer. Sorry. Excuse me. So this has to change. This injustice has to change, and I am getting the right words and the right documents and the right powerful people to help me with this. I see you even kind of collecting testimonies, collecting other people's words. You are the authority now. You are the one that people look to understand something. That's what comes after. I guess that people will also see that you've done a lot. Like, people will see how much you have worked towards this. They will see that you're responsible for a lot. And I also think that that shift in authority will also help change. It will help nullify the injustices that were done in the past. Okay, thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would also like to invite you to check out the memberships, and I'm also available for personal readings at the moment, so you can find my email in the description box below. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 3, your card is Venus, and the goddess Venus is about enjoying the beautiful things, the things that give you pleasure. There's a lot here that I could say, and I feel like I want to confirm something before I say it, because I feel like there's something different about this enjoyment, or what you enjoy. Something is going to feel different maybe in your life, or someone or something. So you can be excited about enjoying the good things. You'll be celebrating and enjoying something that you really enjoy, really love. It brings you a lot of happiness. It's not just the like sensory enjoyment. There's a lot more, but let's confirm first. So the black moon in fire, dormant stage with recharging. This is the first quarter moon. Yes, first quarter moon, increasing in air, leaf stage with adaptability. And this is the waning crescent moon, decreasing in earth, seed stage with negotiation. All these different elements. So I think you're going to enjoy different things. Something is changing in the way you enjoy yourself. But it's a good thing, like it's something that you really, so I'm going to get the mystical kipper first. Something that it gives you a lot of energy. You're getting a lot of energy back from something that you enjoy, but it's something that is different from what you thought before. It's not your usual thing. Something unusual happens. And you're like, wow, I never thought I would enjoy this. I quite enjoy it. Okay, so main person, a long way. Sad news. And unexpected money. There you go. So it's strange, right? Maybe it's, so it's something that you thought was negative and it's actually positive. Because I felt like this surprise, like, wow, I never thought I would enjoy this. I thought this was a bad thing, but it's actually good. I feel good with this. I also thought that it would be worse, like something you think is worse than it is. It's unexpectedly good. And you're celebrating that. Maybe it's also something that you thought would stop or would stop you, would keep you stuck, something that was stuck. And then you change your approach or something changes around it. And you get to think like, okay, so this is not that bad. It's actually very nice. I'm very happy it happened this way. So what is it? Okay. Mars in Gemini with decision. Mercury in Cancer with intuition. Maybe it's okay this way. And Mercury in Libra with influence. Mercury in Sagittarius with discovery. There's a lot of Mercury here. Jupiter in Aquarius with innovation. There you go. Something interesting, different. And the moon in Capricorn with practicality. It's like, I can work with that. I can work with that. I can do something with this. I can do something different than I was thinking. But I can work with this. And I feel like it's you like working it out in your mind. It's not so much, I know Mercury is communication, but I feel like it's more like with yourself, like talking yourself into doing something, convincing yourself of something, or trying to understand your thoughts about something, like weighing in your mind, weighing the pros and cons of something, trying to decide what is the best way of doing something, the process itself, how do I start, what do I do. And I guess that you think it's going to take longer than it does, and you also it seems like you're not very positive about this in the beginning. Right now, I feel like right now you're not too positive about this. but it's actually a great way to achieve what you want and so much more, and maybe even discover things that you really enjoy and that you've never tried before, or never considered that you would enjoy them. The Six of Wands. Okay. The Three of Wands. Strength. Okay. Yeah, you thought you would take longer. And you thought you had to maybe put a lot of effort into it, and it wasn't working, and you knew, oh, it's going to take a long time. This is going to be awful. It's going to be very tiring. It's going to drain me. Or you just weren't very receptive to the possibilities. Eight of Cups and the Three of Swords. So I feel like you kind of giving up on something is actually the way to open the path to this other thing that you need to enjoy. And you're going to get great ideas, like new ways of doing things, because you give up on something else. And this is a decision. I feel like you're maybe in the middle of it. This is like the crux. So you're at the crux, at the axis right now. And I feel like you're kind of wobbling, like, should I do this? Is this okay? Is this right? Is this fair? Is this the way to do this? Is it going to be very painful? Is it going to be something that I really enjoy? Or I don't know, it's kind of doubting. It's too much in that space. But I feel like if you release a few emotions about some things that are happening or that have happened, the Fool, I think that you're unaware of something. You're kind of unaware, kind of naive about something. Oh, you were naive about something. And I feel like you have to kind of admit something to yourself, maybe. Five of Wands. Fighting against something. Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of naive in a way, in a specific topic. There's a specific topic. You were naive. Can I get Four of Cups? You were too focused on the wrong things, and I don't mean to kind of judge. It's like not the wrong things for me. It's just the wrong things for your objective, for you. I feel like you need to open your mind. Open your mind to different possibilities, because right now it's not looking good. And I feel like because it's not looking good in your mind, that's why the indecision. That's why the loops, or the kind of doubting, the wobbling. Maybe it's hard because it does seem like you have to kind of admit defeat in something related to something, to admit a defeat. And I feel like it's the feelings around that are keeping you stuck. They're not useful right now. You need to depart from that place. Maybe even some kind of travel would help to kind of clear your head, clear your mind, because I do feel like this is so much easier than it looks. It's so much easier than it looks. You're going to get a lot of pleasure and abundance from something that you're not seeing. It's like I don't want to see it because I'm just defeated here, and I don't think like you're about to give up or something, but it's just this insistence, this trying again and trying again, something that doesn't work. You have to be creative. You have to discover some kind of innovation. And in order for that to happen, I feel like travel or just thinking completely outside of the box. And when I say this, I would even tell you to, I don't know, watch a movie, study something different that opens your mind, like a different language, a different culture from yours, because I feel like you can inspire, you can get a lot of inspiration from things that are very far away or that are very, very different, very exotic in relation to where you are. Because I feel like there's kind of there's this hyper focus, like micromanaging and hyper focused energy here that doesn't allow you to move on from this defeat or this sense of it's not working. It's I just try and it isn't working. So just move on from this. Think outside of the box. I don't see you like speaking to people or getting wisdom outside. I see you discovering it in yourself or for yourself, but it's your perspective of something exotic or something different. It's not someone else's advice or perspective. It's your perspective. But it's because you study something different, you follow your gut, and you just go along this path that you never went. You just try something different, and it's your experience that is the most important thing right now, because I don't think you will listen to other people anyway. So maybe it's not useful. It's not useful for anyone. Okay, sorry for that. So you have the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, the Sun, and these two, Ace of Wands, and the Wheel. You need to change your environment somehow. I feel like you need to change the context around you. Change what you see around. Change the scenery. It's literally a change of scenery does wonders for you right now. Because you do have to find like the best use of your resources so that you keep the vision of what you want. You do have to find a way. It's like I have to find a way to do this. But you need a change of scenery first. You need some kind of context. Yeah, you need context. You need to build a context for your vision to come alive and to see also different ways to achieve it, because I feel like there are many, many ways to do what you want to do, or at least there are more ways available to you that you're not yet aware, or that you're just refusing. Actually, I feel like you're refusing to see them. Maybe there's something like maybe you have some sort of prejudice against a way of doing things. There might be some kind of limitation like that. When I see the Fool here, I almost feel like there's this in the Five of Wands, like I'm fighting the wisdom that I need. It's not like you're just ignoring it. I feel like you're fighting against it. You're keeping it away from you. And it's right there. So in a way it's right there, but it is exotic and far away, but it's like it's so achievable. It's so close in a way. It's close if you take the steps. It's easy. It's not, I don't see any blocks. I don't see things working against you. I don't see people working against you. I just see it's a bit of self-sabotage, but it's more than that. I feel like it's fighting something that you need. You're fighting something that you need. And you shouldn't be there shouldn't be this adversarial energy so that it flows towards you. But maybe if you admit to something, it shows you that you have less of something that you need or that you wanted to have more. It shows you that you have less than you thought, and it makes you feel defeated. And because you're avoiding that sense of defeat, there's no reality. So you can't really take the next step so that you move on. You need to move. You need to move. You need to get out of that context. You need to see a different scenery, different landscape, even different culture, explore different minds, different languages, different ways of finding the solutions that you need. Because I feel like you're resisting what you need. It's really pushing it away with a lot of, that's why I was saying, like, you will find enjoyment doing something that you didn't think you would enjoy. So now I think that it's actually even stronger than that. So, something that you reject. You decided maybe somewhere along the way that you would reject this. And now it's putting a lot of pressure on you. And it's stopping you from moving on, stopping you from progressing. Because what you need is behind that point of resistance. So it's like life is kind of narrowing your path in a way that you cannot escape this resistance, this point of resistance. So maybe I can give you some clue about what you are resisting. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Wow. Using some sort of skill that you have, I feel like you're resisting using a specific skill. And I also think that this skill is actually enjoyment itself. It's like you need to develop the skill to enjoy yourself, because you need to expand the things that you enjoy. And in order for that to happen, you need to allow yourself to bask in the fruits of your labor and to use them to have fun and to indulge a bit. That's what is lacking, is this shine, this luster that comes with you looking at your life and looking at what you're doing with a sense of enjoyment, and not only with the sense of duty or the sense of stoic. It's like I have to take it's a long way. It is tough. It is something that you're kind of working through. Strength card, you're, resisting and pushing through. I feel like that will bring you a lot of sadness. It will prolong sadness. It's even like, I don't like to use this word, but it's almost like sinful that you're not enjoying these blessings. So this is very, very specific. It's not for everyone. This is more like the exaggerated version. It can be you can have this milder version of this, like keeping yourself from enjoying the fruits of your labor, or from enjoying yourself, from doing things that you really enjoy doing, from allowing yourself to also choose those things instead of the effort and the stoic kind of push through. Like, I can take it, I can work 2 extra hours every day, I can push myself. And I feel like this is not the time to do that. That's not the way. It doesn't work that way. I feel like that's a very naive and simplistic way of seeing life and of seeing work, even material, like the creation of material abundance. That's a very simplistic way. There are many ways to create material abundance, and there are many ways to get there. And that kind of effort and work, it's just one aspect of it. There's a lot that needs to happen. And one of the things that needs to happen is Venus coming into your life and showing you beauty, the beauty of life, showing you the poetry of life, showing you the joys, the good things, good food, beautiful landscapes, beautiful culture also here with Discovery, like music and arts. I feel like these are the things that also open up your mind to help you solve problems that you need to solve, like practical. It's something that you can apply then in practice. It's not just, a waste of time. Like, no, I have to work, I have to be efficient, and you're not doing anything because something isn't working. Clearly, you're fighting against the solution, and the solution is somewhere in your joy, somewhere in, even related to poetry or art, like this subjective experience that I think that then has some very objective results for you. Very interesting. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would also like to invite you to check out the membership tiers, and I'm also available for personal readings at the moment. You can find my email in the description box, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.